Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Bites. I'm Miguel, and I'm super excited to be here with you today.
And I'm Maria. It's great to be back. Miguel, what exciting topic do we have for our wonderful A1 learners today?
Well, Maria, today we're tackling something really useful and fun: how to describe people using simple adjectives in English. It's something we do every day, right? Talking about our friends, family, or even people we just met.
Absolutely. It's such a fundamental part of conversation. And for our A1 listeners, these are truly building blocks for speaking English more confidently. Where should we start, Miguel?
Let's start with appearance, how people look. These are often the first things we notice. So Maria, if you see someone really tall, what's a simple adjective you'd use?
Tall. Simple and effective, like my brother is very tall, or that basketball player is tall. And of course, the opposite is short. My little sister is short.
Exactly. Tall and short, very common. What about someone's body type? If someone isn't big, we say they are
thin, or slim if you want a slightly nicer word. She is thin, or he is slim, and the opposite would be heavy or a little big. We often say he is a little heavy to be polite, right?
That's a great point, Maria. Being polite is important. Heavy is direct, a little heavy is softer. How about age? This one's easy.
Young and old. My nephew is young, my grandmother is old. We all know these. Sometimes we say elderly for very old people, but old is perfectly fine for A1.
Perfect. So we have tall, short, thin, heavy, young, old. These are super common. Now, what about general appearance? If someone looks good.
Yes. We have beautiful for women, like she is beautiful. And handsome for men, he is handsome. These are lovely words.
They are. And for both men and women, or for things, we can use pretty or good-looking. That person is pretty. My friend is good-looking. It's a bit more general, I think.
Yes, good-looking is very versatile. So let's practice a little. Miguel, describe a famous person using these adjectives. Just a couple.
Okay, let me think. Well, a famous basketball player, like LeBron James, he is very tall and strong. Not thin, very muscular. And I'd say he's good-looking.
Good choice. Tall, strong, good-looking. Excellent. Now my turn. Let's think of a famous actress. How about Julia Roberts? She is beautiful, and she has a very wide smile. She's not young anymore, but not very old either, maybe middle-aged. But for A1, we can stick to not young.
Great example, Maria. Not young is a good way to describe someone who isn't old but also isn't young. It's a nice, simple way to avoid specific ages. Okay, so those were about appearance. Now let's move to something a bit more abstract but just as important. Personality.
Personality. This is where we describe how people behave, their character. This is often more interesting than just how they look, right?
Absolutely. It tells us more about who they are. Let's start with kind. What does kind mean, Maria?
Kind means someone is nice, friendly, and always ready to help. Like my teacher is very kind, she always helps me with my homework. Or my neighbor is kind, he always waves hello.
Perfect examples. Kind is a wonderful word. What about someone who makes you laugh a lot?
Funny. My friend is so funny, he tells great jokes. Or that comedian is very funny. Everyone loves a funny person.
Definitely. And the opposite of funny, or at least someone who doesn't laugh much or always thinks deeply, we might say they are
serious.
My boss is very serious. He rarely smiles.
Or my brother is a serious student. He studies a lot. It's not a bad thing, just describes their nature.
Exactly. Serious doesn't mean unhappy, it just means they are focused or not playful. Okay, next pair, shy and outgoing. These are really useful.
Oh, yes. Shy is someone who is quiet, doesn't like to talk much, maybe feels nervous around new people. My cousin is shy, she doesn't talk much in big groups.
And outgoing is the total opposite. Someone who loves talking, meeting new people, going to parties. My friend is very outgoing. He knows everyone at the party.
That's a great pair to learn. Shy and outgoing. What about someone who is always smiling and says hello to everyone?
They are friendly. My neighbor is so friendly, she always brings me cookies. Or he is a friendly person. He makes friends easily. Friendly is definitely a good personality trait.
Yes, friendly is great. And kind of similar, but not exactly the same, we have polite. Someone who says please and thank you and is generally well-mannered.
Oh, polite is super important. It's important to be polite when you meet new people. She is a very polite child. She always says excuse me. This is something we often teach children.
Definitely. Okay, let's try some more. What about someone who is smart?
Ah, intelligent or smart. My teacher is very intelligent, she knows everything. Or he is a smart student, he always gets good grades. These are very positive words.
They are. And the opposite, someone who is not very clever, we can say not very smart or a little slow. But for A1, maybe not very smart is safer to be polite.
Yes. Always try to be polite, not very smart, or even just saying they are not good at math or struggle with reading can be a way to describe it without using negative adjectives directly. Let's try to focus on positive or neutral ones. How about someone who works really hard?
Hardworking. My mom is very hardworking. She works 2 jobs. Or he is a hardworking student. He always finishes his homework.
Excellent. And the opposite, someone who doesn't like to work much.
We can say lazy. My brother is a little lazy. He doesn't like to clean his room. Again, be careful with this one. It can be a bit strong sometimes.
You're right, Maria. Tone is everything. A little lazy sounds better than just lazy. It softens it. Okay, let's recap some personality words. Kind, funny, serious, shy, outgoing, friendly, polite, intelligent, hardworking. That's a great list for our A1 listeners.
It really is. And the best way to remember these is to practice them. Think about people you know and try to describe them using these adjectives. For example, Miguel, tell me about your best friend using some of these words.
Okay, my best friend. He is quite tall, definitely not short. He's a little bit thin, not heavy at all. He's very funny, always making jokes, and he's super outgoing. He loves meeting new people. He's also very kind, always listening to my problems. And I'd say he's quite intelligent, he reads a lot of books.
Wow, that's a perfect description. Tall, thin, funny, outgoing, kind, intelligent. See how easy it is to combine them? Now I'll describe someone important to me, my sister. She is not very tall, maybe average height. She's pretty, with long dark hair. She's quite shy at first, but once you get to know her, she's very friendly and also very funny. She's very hardworking in her job, and she's incredibly kind to everyone.
Fantastic, Maria. Average height, pretty, shy, friendly, funny, hardworking, kind. Our listeners can hear how you mixed both appearance and personality traits. That's exactly what we want them to do.
Yes, it's about building sentences. So for our listeners, try describing your family members, your friends, or even your favorite movie characters using these adjectives. Just remember, practice makes perfect.
That's excellent advice. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Start simple. My mom is kind, my dad is tall. And then add more. My mom is kind and friendly. My dad is tall and serious.
Yes, building up sentence by sentence is key for A1. And remember the structure. Subject-verb is our adjective. For example, she is beautiful. They are outgoing. Simple, right?
Super simple and super effective. Let's do a quick lightning round. I'll say a characteristic and you give me the adjective, Maria.
I'm ready.
Someone who is the opposite of short.
Tall.
Someone who doesn't talk much with new people.
Shy.
A man who looks very good.
Handsome.
Someone who always makes you laugh.
Funny.
Someone who is always working hard.
Hardworking.
You got them all, Maria. Excellent. Our listeners can play this game too, maybe with a friend or family member who is also learning English. Just call out a characteristic and see if you can remember the adjective.
That's a fantastic idea for practice. It turns learning into a fun game. Remember, these adjectives are super common in everyday English conversations, so mastering them will open up so many possibilities for describing the world around you.
Absolutely. From describing a new person you met at a party to talking about your favorite actor in a movie, these words are your friends. And don't be afraid to combine them. People are complex, so you can say someone is tall and kind or shy but funny.
Yes, exactly. Real people are a mix of many things, so practice describing everyone. It's great speaking practice and it helps you think in English.
Maria, this has been a really helpful session for our A1 learners. I think they have a solid set of adjectives now to start describing people with confidence.
I hope so too, Miguel. Remember to review these words and try to use them in your daily life. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel.
And that's all for today's episode of English Bites. Thank you so much for joining us. Keep practicing, keep learning, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye, everyone. Keep describing those amazing people around you.